G'day everyone, and welcome to another episode of Drew's Adventures, a live walk through part of the city of Perth, Western Australia. Now this is my first visit ever to the capital of Western Australia, and so far quite impressed. This place has, I think, probably Australia's best mix of heritage buildings along with modernity mixed in. Now I'm down a little side alley off of St George's Street, St George's Terrace, and we are going to go for a wander down to Elizabeth Quay. Now Elizabeth Quay is on the Swan River, and Perth itself sits on the Swan River, a bit like the River Torrens in Adelaide, but a much bigger river. G'day Jed, welcome in. Nice to have you here. This is a bit of a view of Perth tonight. We're just going to go for a wander. Oh, this is really curious. I've just spotted this. So on this beautiful old building here called 21 Howard Street, and have a look at the architecture on it. Just to the side where the driveway and parking is, there are actually chandeliers hanging up here. That's really cool. I like that. Very random. So I've just been to Woolworths, so if you hear a bag rattling in the background, it's just a few supplies I had to get from the grocery store. So this is known as Howard Chambers, this particular building. I'm going to walk back a bit so you can see it. And look at the architecture on it. That is beautiful. And then next door to it you have sort of a more modern building, and then even more modern stuff all around. Now we're going to go down for a walk to Elizabeth Quay. Now Elizabeth Quay is on the Swan River, which is the main river here in Perth, and we'll check it out. Now Perth is a city of about 2.5 million people, so it's about 1 million more than Adelaide, my current home city. And welcome in if you're new. Anne, g'day. Anne Jones, welcome in. Thanks for popping in. I hope your recovery is going well. We're going to have a look down and around Perth at night. This is quite beautiful. Check this out. It is called Chancery House. Chancery House. So I imagine that would be named after the British Chancellery or something like that back in the day. The architecture here is a little later period than Adelaide and Melbourne, just for comparison's sake, and certainly a bit later than Sydney. Yes, my first time in Perth, Jed. Yes, I have never been to Perth, so this is my last state Australian capital that I've been to. Been to every other state. Haven't been to Darwin. That's the only other capital that I haven't been to, but all the rest I have done. Now I apologise if it's a bit wobbly. I am carrying shopping as I head over here. They call Perth the City of Lights. You can see why. There's lighting all over the place. We're going to walk down to where that sort of loop thing is. Now if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing out the video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, jump on board. It's free to subscribe. And if you really love my content, consider becoming a channel member. Helps out the channel, helps me to get to places and show you different parts of Australia and beyond. Now, what I've noticed with Perth is there are a lot of energy and mining corporations here. The tallest buildings, BHP and Rio Tinto, are two of Australia's big mining companies. They obviously have a global presence as well. And a shout out to one of my favourite Western Australian YouTubers, Walks with Mikey. He might pop on, I'm not too sure. But check out Walking with Mikey as well. Oh, there's the Ritz-Carlton. That's a fancy hotel. I haven't got the money for that. Oh, thank you, Jed. Thank you. So we're going to wander down to the waterfront here. Now, what I've noticed with Perth is it's a little bit more spread out than other Australian capital cities. The city itself seems a little bit smaller in terms of its footprint than Adelaide, but there are definitely more people around, but they're all spread out. Okay, if you like your oysters, there's your oyster bar. It's busy through here. It's about 9:30 at night, I think, or 9 o'clock nearly. Okay, let's wander. So I'm on Enchantress Way, coming down to the Swan River. This part here reminds me a bit of South Bank in Melbourne. Got a lot of waterfront style restaurants. There are charter boats here. I will stop so they're not as bumpy and try and get this a bit stable for you. It's a beautiful bridge over there. Now, as I say, it's my first time here, so I probably am going to mispronounce things, but hopefully you'll all stay with me. There's the Chevron building, Inpex, EY. Now there's Rio Tinto and BHP. You can see this, I don't know why it's having trouble focusing, but Rio Tinto is the tallest building here. It's about 45 stories. G'day AAAAX, g'day mate, g'day Trudy, nice to have you here. And BHP has a very particular style of building. It almost looks like it's made from scaffolds or something. What I did notice is the Woodside building, which I think is just behind the trees. The Woodside Energy building, they have a little like a stickers set up that's going on the windows, and it's for the Fremantle Dockers, because Fremantle are doing pretty well in the AFL, Australian Football League. Now, here we go. We're right at the water. You can catch ferries here to go over to Rottnest Island and also to other parts of the Swan River along here. I like the look of this place here. It's called The Island, and it's got kind of a bit like a Survivor style look to it. I don't know if I can zoom into that and get that a little bit clearer for you all, but you might be able to see there's little flames there. It looks like an island. And yeah, it's a very pretty city. I'm impressed by it. Now that thing there, the spire, that is the Perth Bell Tower. You can do a tour where they'll ring the bells as well. So it looks like a bit like the building in San Francisco with the spire on it. But yes, we might just have a look here for a bit. Now, Perth's transport system is called Transperth, I think, for the most part. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you're a local, let me know. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Anne? The blue lights, looks really nice. Kim Twister, g'day. I had a friend who went into Rottnest Island. Amazing, the quokkas. They are. I'd like to get to Rottnest Island, but this visit I won't get the time. But I will come back because I get a really nice vibe from Perth. It's a bit like Adelaide with a bit more waterfront and a little bit more life. I'm not dissing Adelaide, but it's a little bit more lively over here. Probably just the right amount of population for a city, 2.5 million. It really is, isn't it, Jed? The lights here really make this place look great. Let's go down along here. Now, I don't know if you're allowed to fish here or how this area works. You might be able to go fishing. I do need Mikey to tell me. Oh, check this out. There's an old carousel. Oh, that's cool. It's a bit like the semaphore one, but a lot smaller, this one. That is nice. Check it out. I don't know how old it is. Let's see. There's some history on the side of this somewhere. Oh, look at that little city scenes, vaudeville, circus kind of stuff. There we go. I rode the Elizabeth Quay carousel. That's beautiful. Very old school. Reminds me a lot of semaphores. I wonder if there's a bit of a board about the history of it. I wish there would be. Oh no, I'm not a meter to ride by myself. Ticket prices, not bad. That is good value. $20 for 3 tickets or $8 per ticket. And the website has the hours. Yeah, there's no history board that I can see here. But that's quite beautiful. See how there's, I think, just the right mix of modern and older over here, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Tell me if I'm wrong, but I really like it. I've seen a number of sort of heritage buildings and then quite a number of more modern places here. There's the skyline. Definitely a bigger skyline than Adelaide has. G'day, Nick. Nick is who I am here with. Now, Nick and I go back a long time. Nick and his son Hugo, we have come over to Western Australia. Our initial goal was to fly into Perth, pick up a hire camper van, which we did. We did what's called a transfer, and we were meant to be coming back via the Nullarbor, but that didn't happen because our camper van unfortunately had a orange engine light come up, and the more we inquired, the more people said no, don't take a risk of driving it back over 1,300 kilometres or so of not much service and no one much around to be able to help us if something went wrong. So we had to take the evasive action, and we returned the van, and we were flown from Kalgoorlie back here to Perth, and we've got 2 nights here, tonight and tomorrow night, and then Wednesday morning I'll be back in Adelaide, back home. G'day Dan, welcome in mate. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Welcome in if you're new here. Please consider subscribing, liking, sharing the video. Be great to have you here. I do all sorts of stuff, from abandoned places to walking tours to animals, nature, bit of gold detecting, that kind of thing. So my channel is a bit of a variety channel. I'm trying not to fall into a niche on YouTube, but it's not easy. YouTube tends to choose the niche for you. Oh, I think we might head down to the right and I'll just see what this blue lit up building is all about. So this is Enchantress Way that I'm on right now. Something's happening. I met a fella as I was coming out of Woolworths, and he gave me a couple of good spots over here to explore, but it didn't happen. Won't happen this visit, but I will be back. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, I just find that I love YouTube, don't get me wrong, absolutely love it, but it often pigeonholes you into what it thinks you should produce content-wise, right? And that's cool, but I have always been a bit of a sporadic variety kind of person, so I'm like, no, don't make my channel, you know, only certain types of content go viral and others not. It can be a bit of a pain. Oh, here's some artwork inside of this building. That's pretty cool. Don't know what it represents, but EY and INPEX. Oh, thank you very much. 2 years as a member. Thank you, Trudy. And thank you. Yes, if you can give it a thumbs up, would be great. Yeah, a niche. A niche is when YouTube decides that you know, it's kind of picked a type of video or a subject of video for you, but it's, oh, I don't know. It's frustrating because I prefer to be a bit sporadic. Doesn't always work very well, but hey. That's a good name. I don't know if Stuart's watching, but the Duchess. Yeah, see this building over here? There's this building that's going blue and then it changes colour. So let's have a look. One thing I noticed too with Perth is all of their traffic lights and their main signage for roads are all yellow. All the poles are yellow. And another thing you notice too around Western Australia is because they rely more on bore water, and that bore water contains a lot of iron content, a lot of their fences and their walls and things have a sort of orange stain to them. So I have noticed that around Perth a little bit, but it's not too bad. So let's have a look at what this building is. It might just be apartments, but I tell you what, apartments with character like that, I don't mind. No, they're not. They're not very tall. No. Oh, here's a little bit of Indigenous art. Let's have a look. It's called, I'm not going to try and say that, but Goodjill Bar something or other. And Two Brothers Dreaming, 2023. Bronze cast, paint filled. And yeah, check it out. It's like, kind of a bit like clapping sticks maybe, I don't know. I'm not sure. But I just noticed that as you walk by. It's cool. Yeah, check out that building, wow. The City of Lights lives up to its name. Nearly 9 o'clock here, so we're about an hour and a half behind Adelaide, about 2 hours behind the eastern states. Yes, it is very similar vibe, Jed. Absolutely. So here we go. This is where I'm at. Supreme Court Gardens, Old Courthouse Law Museum, Perth Town Hall, City Malls, City of Perth Library, Barak Square, Barak Street Jetty. There's a bit of an idea for you if it will focus. Getting focus on this stuff is hard. So I'm there. So I'm near the gardens, near Barak Street. I don't think that's named after Barack Obama, but if it is, that's cool. So we'll go for a bit of a wander. I don't know. I don't imagine that it's unsafe to walk through gardens here at night, but we'll have a quick look along this little pathway and go up to that building. How have you all been? I hope you're all keeping well. 7:55, yep, it's only an hour ahead over here, Jed. Yeah, exactly, we're an hour apart. We're getting closer, mate. So Perth's weather is kind of similar to Adelaide's. However, they do get about 200 millimetres more of rain than what Adelaide gets. I found that out. Been doing my research. It is beautiful, isn't it, Kim? It is absolutely beautiful. And I love random artwork. I think random artwork like that makes a city, just gives it extra character. But yes, I can almost reach this traffic light. G'day Aiden, I can't see who Aiden is, but g'day mate if you're there. Notice that Perth drivers are pretty good. Oh, cool. G'day, busting my balls. G'day, mate. Awesome. Thanks for coming in. Sorry if it's a little bit wobbly. Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah, g'day, mate. Aiden. Yes, I met Aiden before at just outside of, well, I was walking over towards where I was going to start the live, and I had the camera pointed up, and poor Aiden's going, oh, as he walked around the corner, and I'm like, sorry man, I'm not taking your photo like a weirdo. Nah, great to have you here, Aiden. That's good. It was good to meet you. Aiden gave me a couple of good spots, so good to have you here, mate. Check this out. This is cool. I think, let's have a look. Can I see a plaque for what this is? So as I say, it's my first time here in Perth. I asked Aiden what it's like to live here. He said it's not too bad. But yeah, look at this. Wow. Like end of pens or something, the old ink pens. That's cool. Very nice. We'll walk up here to this multi-light building. So I'm in the Sterling Gardens. Now there's a few names that I've noticed around here in Perth. Sterling, Forest, they were all people who explored or settled or were premiers or popular founders of Perth. So Captain James Sterling. So the occupation in 1829, Sterling Gardens housed the governor's camp for Captain James Sterling. So there you go. Yeah, let's go up to this building. I'm intrigued by this. It might just be a corporate headquarters. I can't tell. Is it apartments or what is it? Let's go and suss. Curiosity has got this cat. Yes, Kim. Cool. Oh, that must be the Supreme Court, I reckon. I think that's one of their courts. Wow. Romanesque architecture. Neo-Roman, Neo-Grecian. Beautiful gardens. I tell you what, Perth is a bit cleaner than Adelaide. Sorry, Adelaide, but yeah. It's just a bit cleaner over here. Cleaner air too. Here we go. What have we got? What, we're coming up to the blue light therapy room. Building. Oldest, oh, here you go. Oldest building in Perth. The old Courthouse Law Museum. Yep, there you go. So that is the oldest building in Perth. That's cool. Yeah, the clock tower. That's the clock tower down there. It's pretty cool. So that's the oldest building. It's beautiful. You can see it was a bit earlier than the others in the area, because the others I have noticed a little bit different architecture all through. So this is, oh wow, look at that for lighting. I wonder if the people who work there get terrible headaches from that lighting. It's kind of interesting. You look at the shapes of the building here and they kind of have T's, like a T shape all over them. Let's have a look. What is this place? I'm really curious. Council House? Okay. Is it just Council House? I don't know. Seems to be. Yep, probably Perth City Council. That's cool. Looks better from above than underneath. Let's just sit back over here. And then we'll go and have a look over the road there. We've got a couple of more artsy things. Nice looking buildings. Okay. Wow, that's cool. I am Peter. Yep, I'm in Perth. G'day, g'day. Check that out. That is it's like something out of the future, eh? I'm noticing too that some of the rooms have different coloured lights just randomly pop up. So you got a red one there, blue in the top right. That's cool. G'day, Sloth. Yes, it is Perth's Council House. Sloth 70s. It's a beautiful building. Can I zoom out a bit more so you can get the whole thing? Kind of. But yeah, that's okay. I'm happy with modern architecture that includes stuff like this, right? This is far better than just boring grey boxes that have no colour and life to them. Oh, right. Oh, thanks, Kim. Oh, John. Oh, okay. On air for the radio stations. Ah, cool. I'll have to have a look. I'll look him up. Yeah. All right. Let's go over here now. I'm gonna check out what's over here in this little statue. It's got sort of a dude in a astronaut costume, I think. Don't know if you can see it, but in the center of frame. That's cool. Very unique architecture here in the West. They say the West is best. I have to say it's definitely catching me. I do like it here. People seem pretty chilled out, friendly. A little bit less hectic than Adelaide in some senses. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Oh, is it meant to be a... Yeah, no, it is an astronaut. Okay. Gonna have to find out what is this all about. Brendan Murphy, the Boonji State Spaceman. It is carbon fibre with steel core, 8-layered chrome finish, handwritten formulas 6.7 metres tall. It is titled Lightning. It symbolises humanity's courage, imagination and the endless quest to explore what lies beyond our reach. That's cool. Check it out. What an awesome thing that is. I like how the light works through that too. It's kind of as if he's got, like, from this building that we've just seen, got like a I don't know, a really cool core through him. That's epic. Captain Fluffy. Let's go around this side of him. Oh, I nearly would have stepped into this pond. That would have been funny for live. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Captain Fluffy. So Perth is one of the most isolated cities in the world. It's not actually the most isolated, but from what my understanding anyway, but it certainly is pretty expensive to get over here, even from Adelaide. Once you add in airfares and accommodation and everything else, but always wanted to do it and see it. There you go, City of Perth, City of Light, and there's your council house. Oh, I like how the shadows of those trees work perfectly along that right hand side. That's awesome. Let's go over here. Now that is the state buildings. I would assume they would have been government run back in the day. And some other artwork over here as well. Okay, let's cross over here. So I think I'm back on St. George's Terrace now. I hope I've got that right. If you're still there, Aiden, let me know where I'm at, mate. Yeah, look at that. Tea store and brew bar. Obviously not original, but love the old lanterns. I would think that these would be replicas of what would have been here originally. Check out the architecture. Here we go. It says, the restored state buildings officially opened in the presence of His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales, 15th November 2015. So that would be now King Charles. Oh, we can go up inside. Let's do it while the door's open. I'm only going to get told to get out of here if they don't want me in here, but oh, check it out. Oh, look at the roof. Oh, wow. No way. This is gorgeous. It's like an atrium. Wow. It's like one of those old school atriums. And there's little like cafes in here and stuff. What does that say there? Gold discovered at Melina. Jim Withnell picked up stone to throw at a crow. Okay. What became of the crow? Couple of old telegraphs from Colonel Angelo, government resident, Roebourne, to Governor Broome in Perth, and Governor Broome replied, "What became of the crow?" Yeah, this is a beautiful place. If I was allowed to, I would try and lie down on the floor, but I don't want to get arrested. People might think I'm a bit weird. But check out up in these corners, there are these little details. Look at that. That is cool. And then the overall roofing. I don't know what you call this type of architecture. Probably Federation style. Someone will know. But yeah, what a little hidden gem. I didn't know if it was going to be open, so glad it was, so I could show you all. But yeah, I'd love a roof like that. Look at that. You could have that with all your plants or whatever, but that's cool. And I think this is some private function, so I won't hang around, but there you go, folks. State buildings here. It's called Wildflower Post and More. There you go. So yeah, Western Australia is known for its wildflowers. Did see some around Kalgoorlie, but the ones that I thought were native were not native. Okay. So this has a lot of information. I'll try and summarise it. Okay. This plaque commemorates an early and important deputation by Aborigines to the State Government of Western Australia. The meeting took place within this building on the 9th of March 1928. The deputation comprised of all those people. They met with the Premier of the day, Philip Collier. The Aborigines put forward a plea for changes in legislation that discriminated against them. In the intervening years, their demands and those of others have been recognised in practice and incorporated in law. The plaque was laid by Honourable Ray Young, MLA, 1979. There you go. So, important milestone of reconciliation, given that Australia had a pretty cruel colonial past. Sadly, it's just a fact. There's some great things about what happened, but also some terrible stuff that went on between colonisers and Indigenous people in this land. So yes, here you go. Here's the street sign. Now, I'll just show you. I'm not super duper tall, but I can almost reach the sign. Yeah, I can. Yeah, exactly. So I'll walk along here. St. George's. I just got to get the thing. Oh, this is the first intersection where I haven't seen as many yellow poles. These ones are all silver. Yeah, I'm surprised they're not been painted yellow, but there's only one yellow or two yellow traffic lights here. How are you going? Pleased to meet you. Good to have you here. Yeah, I am. I am pretty tall. I think it helps sometimes. I tend to give off a vibe that I'm tall enough that you wouldn't want to come and bother me while I'm filming, but I know a lot of people get intimidated easily when they're filming in public like this, but I try not to be. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's go across here. We've got Hong Kong Shanghai Business Banking Corporation. Oops. Sorry about that. Very loud scooter went by. HSBC. I've noticed the Bank of China is here too. Now, HSBC used to be in Adelaide as well, but I don't think they have a presence anymore in Adelaide. But Hong Kong Shanghai Banking Corporation, HSBC. Oh wow, look at this. Level 33 Sea Restaurant in the sky. So it must be, I reckon it might be the one with the lights on. Just guessing. They do weddings, special events and functions. Now their buses over here seem to be grey and green. Perth runs it all, from what I can gather. If there are any other bus companies or transport companies, Aidan, if you're still watching, or Mikey, if you're there, let me know, because I know in Adelaide ours is all split up depending on what part of the city you're at, who runs what public transport. But let's have a look. It is 9:15 here now. Yes. There was a Bank of China, correct, Trudy, on the corner of North Terrace and King William in Adelaide. That's gone. The light, oh, I thought it was, oh, this, oh, check it out. Check it out. Wow. It's a very, kind of like a Bavarian style building, this one. Austrian, Germanic, Bavarian. What does that say there? 2 minute gone comes ever back again. Take heed and see ye nothing do in vain. Oh, that's cool. It kind of looks like an arcade. Let's check it out. Oh, I thought it was about to chime or something. Maybe it does. We might wait until it ticks over. I'm assuming it will tick over. But yeah, this building, pretty awesome. Have a look up through here. Can't really see wonderfully through it, but there are like motifs on the roof of ships and stuff. It's fascinating. It's like a partly indoor arcade, the first 20 metres here, and then it seems to open up into a street style arcade, an open arcade. It's London Court. There you go, London Court. I think we might wait and see if anything happens with up the top there. I reckon I might be wrong. As I say, I'm not from Perth, it's my first visit, but I'm thinking, does this light up every hour? Does something sort of happen like that? I don't know. Same here, Sharon. Welcome in too, mate. Great to have you here. Great to have everyone here. For those not familiar, I am in Perth. This is my first visit to the capital of Western Australia, the most western capital city in Australia. Oh, here's a little information while we wait. London Court, an old Elizabethan street conceived by Mr. Claude Albo de Denale, designed by Mr. Bernard something or other, and erected by, oh, I can't read. There you go, 19, oh, so it's not all that old. 1936, 1937, okay. Oh, it is older, but cool. I'm just going to see if something happens with the St. George up the top and the dragon. You can see St. George and the dragon. See what happens. It's nearly on the hour. I think this clock's a bit out, but I'll wait for a couple of minutes and just see. But yeah, kind of looks a little bit Bavarian in a way. I didn't think it was English designed. More sort of like a Swiss chalet, Germanic style building, but that's cool. Yeah, I'm just going to see if it does it. I don't know if it will. Hard to say. But we've got a couple of minutes to wait, and we'll see if he comes out and does something at us. So 1936 to 1937 this building was put up, from what we saw on the plaque. Okay, oh, yep, we've moved a minute closer, only got a minute to go. Who knows if something's going to happen, but it would be really cool if it did. Oh, yep, sorry about that AC/DC, but that's a YouTube thing, something I don't control. Sorry about that, but the ads do help us creators get paid, so I understand it, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're on the hour, I think. But I don't think he's going to do much. Yes, I think they are shields. Yes, down here they are. They're various shields. I'm hoping it will do something. I don't know. I have no idea. We might be waiting for nothing, but here we go. I think it's dead on the hour. No, I was hoping he was going to, like, I don't know, light up and do something. But it is a beautiful building. I'll wait one more minute just to see. I think it's a little bit behind the time. I'm not sure, because it's about 9:20 now here in Perth. Oh, here we go. What's it going to do? Nah. It ain't going to do it. Maybe it only does it a certain time or during the day, I don't know. But yeah, I was hoping it would do something. But it's a absolutely beautifully designed building and facade here. And look at that, the old sort of LED light up the top. Love stuff like this. But yeah, no, I apologise. The ads are something I have no control over really while I do a live stream, so it's a bit of a pain, but it is the way that us creators get paid. I know it's annoying. You can do premium, and yeah, certainly something to do with YouTube a lot of the time. Oh, I like the little side garden here. It's nice. And yes, you can get premium. You're right. Yeah, it didn't ding. I was hoping it would ding. Oh, look at this building, Allendale Square. It's kind of like a pyramid. That's cool. Okay, let's see, what can we find? So who else has visited Perth or lived here? Or spent time maybe living, doing fly in, fly out work? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, check out the glasses. They're eclectic. And I don't know what these cool looking things are, but it's different. Yes, there are plenty of ways around the ads. Not that I'm gonna advocate for that as a creator, because I can get myself in strife, I think, but yeah. Okay, here's a church. This one is the Trinity Uniting Church in the city. Oh, look at the gold leaf on the front. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. That's a beautiful church. Wow. That is nice. Reminds me a little bit of a couple in Adelaide. There's a couple similar to this. And there you go. The stone was laid by George Randall, Esquire, on the 22nd day of March 1893. Cool. Back to where we started. This is where the Woolworths is, the NX building. And there is also a mall in here, Hay Street Mall. All sorts of stuff in there. Oh, right, there you go. Trudy says, my relatives settled there from Ireland over 100 years ago. And Sharon said, doesn't YouTube? Yeah, it can do. It can do. Yeah, YouTube can be very funny about certain things. I've heard all sorts, good, bad, and others about trying to block ads and what it does. Now, I want to take you over the road because we have a hotel here on the corner with a beautiful blue dome on it, a yellow facade, yellow lit up facade. Now this one here is the Palace Hotel, or it was the Palace Hotel. Now Woods Bago, who are an architecture design firm, they actually saved this building, from what I've read online, from being possibly removed. But yeah, I'll just show you that. There's not very many seats here in the street, so look at that. And this Palace Hotel, from what I read, it was built in the 1890s. and was quite grand back in its day, and it's one of the oldest in Perth. I love the dome at the top and how they've saved it. They've obviously kept the original style features, and then I think that they've just replaced some of the brickwork around those windows, some of those windows. So it looks quite nice. Beautifully done. Sure is, Kim. Yeah, they've got some real gems. And see how, like, I don't know, other cities can learn from Perth, because you can have this modern stuff, right? You can have all this, but you can still have something like this which just pops out with character. And this used to be the Palace Hotel, now owned and operated by Woods Bagot, the architecture design firm. Now there's the Rio Tinto building, tallest building here in the city of Perth. I think it's about 46 stories. Someone can let me know. But it houses Rio Tinto's offices that I know of. They're probably the biggest minerals and exploration and wealth, sort of that sort of wealthy side thing in Australia, and then BHP would be a very close second. But Rio Tinto has a bit of a controversial past in recent times because they destroyed a gorge in Jacan up in the northwest of WA, and yeah, that gorge had a lot of rock paintings, rock art in it. Very sacred land, and yeah, someone made a mistake, and I believe the chairman and the CEO of Rio Tinto resigned because of it, and there was a big inquiry. So it's got a bit of a controversial history, Rio Tinto. Let's see if I can get across here. There you go, there's the City of Perth logo. It has, I don't know if they're swans. I mean, the black swan is the state emblem, but I don't know if those birds are swans on the City of Perth emblem. But that's cool. And of course we've got eyes watching us everywhere we go. 51 levels. Thank you very much, ACDC. Thank you, mate. That's cool. So it is the tallest building in Perth at this point in time. Here's a nice little looking bar and grill style place, Sentinel. It's quite nice. Now, shout out to a couple of people that I met over the last few days. I met a subscriber of mine in Kalgoorlie, Natalie, from the Bunbury Bel Canto Singers Group, and her friends who organised the singing group. They're from Bunbury, Western Australia, and Natalie was already subscribed to me. So it's really strange how small the world can be when you bump into one of your subscribers from closer to Perth when you're halfway across in Kalgoorlie and they're there too. So shout out to you, Natalie, and the Bunbury Bel Canto Singers. Check them out if you're into singing and musical choir kind of things. They travel around Australia too. Here's a closer look at the Rio Tinto building. It's called Central Park, I think, is the official name of the building, but Rio has the naming rights, as they call it. Pretty awesome. Ooh, Wow. Here's something old school. G'day Tavo, welcome in. Nice to have you here. Check this out. This is George Wills and Co. Merchants and Shipping Agents. Henry Wills and Co. Limited. Royal Insurance Company Limited. Lancashire Insurance Company. Legal Insurance Company. And Liverpool and London and Globe Insurance Company. Wow. So this would have been the old tenancies in here. Love the old gold plated writing, gold styled writing. Check it out, there's the inside. So it's 131 St George's Terrace, the Royal Insurance Building. The original 5 stories of the steel framed masonry building was designed by architects Hobbs Smith and Forbes, constructed 1929 to 1931. And there's a few more of the old tenants here. Whole heap of names. RSPCA, Christian Science Reading Room, accountancies. There you go. I am. G'day Shelley. It is a beautiful city. It's my first time ever to Perth, and Shelley, I've got to say, very, very impressed. I've met some amazing people. I really get a nice vibe from Perth. It feels like it's probably the Australian city, the Australian capital city at least, with the best mix of heritage and modern, and busy and not so busy, if that makes sense. It's a very well balanced city, I think, Perth, so far. I'm only here till Wednesday, but I am loving it. Was meant to be going across the Nullarbor actually by now, would have been nearly home tomorrow, but the rental van that we had a big problem, so we had to abandon that plan and come back to Perth. This is cool. It's an old technical school, so it would have been like a tech college, trades, tradesmanships, all that sort of thing, apprenticeships. Looks like a little castle up the top. I don't know if you can see that very well on camera, but there are little turrets up there. And now it's run by Curtin University, so it must be one of their campuses here. But look at the LED light stained windows, glass windows. That's very, very pretty. Yeah, you have the right mix over here, Shelley, I think, of modern and older. If Adelaide can learn anything from Perth or other similar sized cities, it would be keep heritage but build as well, but build stuff with a bit of character, because that's what we're losing. We're getting these grey, black, boring shoebox places going up. And look at this, I mean, this right here, Old Perth Boys School, 1854, is the first purpose-built government school in WA. And I thought it might have been a church actually, but you look at this and then this is next to it. It's not too bad, you know, so it can be done. Can be done. So yeah, hats off to Perth. You're doing a good job of a nice mix of architecture here. So here's Westralia Plaza. Haven't been to the Parliament yet, but I might have a look at that. Perth Convention Exhibition Centre and Elizabeth Quay. Yes, it's really nice. It's a relaxed vibe. It's just right. So yes, I do like you. I do love you a lot, Perth. You're looking good. Well, folks, it's nearly been an hour that I've been live. I will just walk us down here past the BHP building, which does look kind of like old mine shafts in its design on the sides. And then I think I might wrap it up, but we'll just walk down here. So this is BHP 125 St. George's Terrace. This is definitely the corporate CBD, Central Business District. That's kind of pretty. Let's go and have a look at this. Bright Place, 10th to 20th of August 2026. Okay. Right. Okay. That's cool. So they must have had like light up bars or something like that. And that might be just a little bit of a taste of what was here. But yes, the City of Light. It's quite nice. Go around here and I'll just show you what I mean by what I'm thinking this BHP building looks like from the side. You can see what I mean with those. It's a very unique design, kind of like trestles, like the really old mine shafts that you get around the place for older mining. But that's the side of the BHP building. And yes, it is. It's beautiful here. Pippy Pappy, g'day, g'day. Yeah, I think Perth seems to me to have the right mix. You know, look, my first visit here, just first impressions. I haven't spent, you know, weeks on end or months or years like I did in Melbourne, and obviously now Adelaide, but it's got just a nice little mix out here. But I haven't yet seen too much that's rough, to be honest, in my opinion. Kalgoorlie had a rough edge to it. Kalgoorlie, quite nice, but yeah, there was definitely a little bit of kind of an aggression in the air sometimes around different places, but yeah, no, I do like it up here. Okay, let's see. It's a sort of a big promenade-y sort of area here. Here you go. What does it say? Welcome, Brookfield Place. Oh, look at this. Look. We can have a look at the building, I think, in 3D. Okay, let's go. Tap to begin. Oh, yep. Okay. So let's have a look. Shopping and services, fashion. Oh yeah. Cool. How do I go back home? Office tenants. There you go, BHP. It shows you how to get up to BHP. Yeah, that kind of triangular shape, very much a mining thing. It's cool. So there you go. Well, it's been great to show you this sort of wonder of Perth, my first ever time here, and finish up over here. Check out what this is. It might be Peter Rabbit, I'm not sure. But I'm in Brookfield Place, and let's have a look. Notice there's like lots of little random bits of artwork around. That's cool. Okay, can I read it? Says Gillian Ma, rabbit, woman and dog. Okay. I thought it might have been more of a classic tribute to something old school, but yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, no, I haven't seen too much rough stuff yet in Perth. I'm for real. Haven't seen it yet. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist though. I accept that every city, every place on this planet has a rough side, and yeah, I just haven't seen it yet. I haven't been down to Northbridge. But this part of Perth and walking around here at night, haven't noticed too much that's, you know, made me go, uh-oh. That's just my experience. So obviously the more I come and visit, or the more I come back here, I'm sure the more I'll see. Yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with being proud of where you live. No place is perfect, you know. Let's be honest, Adelaide has some pretty rough areas, Melbourne too, Sydney, etc. But yeah, no, it's oh yeah, no, I'm not saying there's none. I'm not claiming that there's none. But no, there's definitely definitely issues around. But no, for me, I just haven't experienced that myself. So that's all I can say from my own experience. I haven't seen anything yet for me that makes me go, uh-oh, you know, I shouldn't be here or whatever. But I'm mighty tall, and I think sometimes that helps me, but I do feel that yeah, I'm lucky that I'm a male, you know. Obviously maybe is a bit more intimidating if you're a single lady or whatever. I'm reasonably tall, about 6'2", 189 centimeters, 190 centimeters, something like that. And I'm very, very lucky that I don't have, generally, nothing ever happened, touch wood. Anyway, down here on, now this one is, I think it's called, cool, I'll try that out. Yeah, Pippy Pappy, I'll try that out. If I can come on a Friday night, I won't be here for this Friday, but maybe in summer, sometime in summer, I might be able to get down and have a look at Northbridge. Never been there. That's right, yeah, Aiden, you're right, because I said to Aiden we both looked like a bit like Eshays. Yeah, exactly. It's yeah, I suppose like anywhere in life that you walk, you wander, whatever, as long as you're sort of spatially aware of who's around, what's around. I think, look, this is just my perspective on this, but I think for the most part, if you don't get involved in some drama, you know, if you don't intervene in a fight, and yes, you might say that's cowardly, but generally if you stick to your own path, stick to your own sphere, and just keep your head on a swivel sometimes if you think there's dramas going on, and just, yeah, try and avoid it. I think spatial awareness is something a lot of people don't realise. Yeah. Yep, definitely. Keep to yourself. You know, I mean, I'm no angel. I've seen stuff go on. I've heard things. I've, you know, been close to situations, but generally I'll just try and keep away from anywhere or anyone who gives off a vibe that they're not keen to have me near them, or they want to cause issues or whatever. Just avoid them. Keep walking. Oh, hey, look at this. How cool is that? This is like random, I don't know what you call this, but some sort of terminal point for things. There's a little random bear with Perth on it. Well, everyone, it's been great to have you all here, and please consider liking, sharing, subscribing if you haven't already. It was great to meet you, Aiden, tonight, and Natalie yesterday in Kalgoorlie. If you're here, Natalie, g'day as well. And thank you all for coming in and spending some time with me this evening in Perth, the beautiful City of Lights, capital of Western Australia. Take care, everyone. Look after yourselves. Be kind to everyone around you. Bye for now.